Arsenal are back in the Champions League semi-finals, and this time it wasn't about brilliant attacking football or eye-catching flair. It was about resilience, discipline, and holding nerve under pressure. A tense 0-0 draw at the Emirates against Sporting CP was enough to send them through, thanks to that late Kai Havertz goal in Lisbon that ultimately decided the tie. This second leg never really came to life from an attacking perspective, but it told us something arguably more important about this Arsenal side. They can dig in, they can suffer, and they can come out the other side still standing. The match actually began with promise. Arsenal started sharply, pressing high, moving the ball with intent, and looking like they might take control early. But despite that bright opening, clear chances didn't follow. And as the first half wore on, you could feel the mood inside the stadium shift. What began as confidence slowly turned into tension. Sporting grew into the game, finding space and rhythm. Francisco Trincao was clever in possession. Pedro Goncalves looked dangerous. And there were moments where Arsenal looked just a little vulnerable. One misplaced pass from David Raya nearly invited trouble. And then came the biggest scare of the night. A dangerous delivery into the box found Gini Katamo, whose volley smashed against the post with Raya completely beaten. It was one of those moments that makes a stadium fall silent, the kind that reminds you just how thin a one-goal advantage really is. This wasn't Arsenal at their attacking best. The front line never quite clicked, the movement felt disconnected, and the final ball was often rushed. When Noni Madueke had to come off in the second half, it only added to the sense that this was going to be a long, grinding night. But while the attack struggled, the defense stepped up in a big way. William, Saliba, and Gabriel were commanding. Declan Rice provided calm and intelligence in front of them, and every Sporting attack seemed to meet a wall of red shirts throwing themselves into blocks and challenges. Sporting still created moments after the break. Maxi Araujo dragged one wide, and late on, Joao Simões came painfully close to a strike that just missed the target. Arsenal themselves nearly eased the tension at the other end when Leandro Trossard's header clipped the post from a corner, with the crowd already rising in anticipation. In the end, though, it didn't matter how it looked. What mattered was getting through. And Arsenal did exactly that. For the first time in their history, they reached back-to-back Champions League semifinals. Considering recent domestic struggles, including a tough defeat to Bournemouth and a run of poor results, this was a night where survival was everything. What stands out is the maturity, the ability to manage a narrow lead, stay organized, and deal with the emotional pressure of a tense European night. These are the details that define success at this level. Now the focus shifts quickly. A huge Premier League clash with Manchester City comes next, before attention returns to Europe and a heavyweight semi-final against Atlético Madrid, a team that thrives on exactly the kind of tension Arsenal just endured. The dream is still alive. The silverware is still within reach. And if this performance showed anything, it's that Arsenal are learning how to win in different ways. It wasn't pretty, but at this stage, belief matters far more than beauty.